welcome back to another episode of Across the Bifrost. This is Dr. Norbert coming to you from a post-summer haze.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, it was a really good kind of ups and downs, but very warm and dry. Good times together, good drinks, good cocktails, good shared experiences. But so I'm just basking in that glow as the sun slowly starts getting up later and later every day.
Damn, that was poetic as hell. I was going to say I'm coming at you from a dingy alleyway because we're looking at some new Spider-Mans today.
Okay.
This is hot off the presses. Speaking of summer heat, Norbert, this is hot off the presses. This just dropped like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, damn right. So AMG just loves Across the Bifrost podcast, it seems like.
These guys record on this time. We're going to drop some stuff then.
We should start conspiracy theory now.
Yeah. Do they just wait for us to record? Also, it's also that they waited for us to have like actual notes for an episode. We're gonna do we were about to record a How to Beat Apocalypse episode, and I spent the weekend like interviewing players that are better than us, writing down all my thoughts, getting everything prepared. It's the most prepared I've ever been for an episode ever, and that went completely out the window because they dropped a bunch of new cards on us.
We can't help ourselves, but we're doing it for the people.
Yeah, man,
we're doing it. Hey, by the way, thank you, everybody, for a wonderful summer. You guys have been posting pictures of your models. You've been asking questions. You've been correcting us on certain instances, and you've been also sponsoring us on Patreon really generously. And I'm finding it very, very gratifying to do this podcast as a result. Thank you all.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is me and Norbert work on a lot of things together, a bunch of events and like this podcast and everything else that goes around with, all the hard work you did over the years, kind of fostering the London MCP community. And this podcast is the thing that Norbert complains about the least. So you're doing a really good job, everyone who's been a Patreon. You're really encouraging us. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It's nice to hear Norbert just not moan 24/7.
Yep. It's great. It's grateful for that 1 hour a day that I do this with you, hour and a half.
Yep.
All right. Enough of the banter.
Too much banter. That's enough.
Too much banter. It's enough of that. We're going to get into this box. So we did have in mind to do these boxes as they were coming out. And as it turns out, one of the two Web Warrior boxes of the new releases for this autumn, it's been a bit of a spell. We've had a lot of affiliation boxes coming out. If you haven't heard of those yet, go back to them or they will be coming soon. We've been doing kind of reviews of all the affiliation boxes that have been coming out. But as far as the new stuff, it's been a little bit of a desert. But that's okay because there's a load of it coming down the pike now. So, I'm going to spoil this too.
Oh, yeah?
Jimmy.
What we spoiling?
More banter. I literally finished painting the very last model in the entire MCP range this past weekend. Yes.
Every model? Literally every single model?
Including the two alt sculpts.
Whoa, that's actually impressive. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed by that.
I'm very happy about it. And it's just in the nick of time I can say that because these boxes are going to now roll in. And
all new toys coming in,
So, yeah, I'm in that club. Is there a name for that club? If you people know, like, who has painted everything in the range? Like, if you're in an army, affiliation.
Thanos, surely. You collected all the gems, all the Infinity Stones. You've done it. You're inevitable.
Okay. Okay, maybe. Yeah. I wonder if there's some sort of wargaming term for that, though, to be completely painted.
Yeah.
Fully painted. That'd be nice, though.
Godlike completionist. There's the Atomic Mass games have like a little, I don't know, like the robot dude. He's got a name, but they're like mascot.
Oh, yeah.
You can get him.
Yes. What's his name? It's not Amy or something like that. Gunny. Gunny?
Gunny,
is it Gunny?
Amy,
no.
Springy.
They had a name.
Sleepy, Dopey. It's got a name, yeah.
Or is it Adam? Is it just Adam?
Adam, that would be a good name for it.
For Atomic Mass Games?
Yeah.
I think so.
Anyway, it has like a little miniature that you can paint, so you need to get that now to finish your collection.
That's true. I don't have I don't think it's out yet, but it's just been spoiled. Yeah. So, okay. Right. Let us get into this. Okay, so for people to understand, there are two Web Warrior boxes coming out this autumn. The first one apparently is going to be the one that has Silk, Spider-Ham, and Spider-Man Noir in it. You can also look forward to the other box, which will be Prowler, Spider-Man 2099, and Ultimate Spider-Man. And keep in mind that they are putting out a Web Warriors affiliation box alongside this, so you have like three kind of things all at once. That box has Spider-Woman, Age of Venom, Black Cat, and Amazing Spider-Man. So loads if you're into Web Warriors to get into.
And if you're not into Web Warriors, now's the perfect time to get into them.
Yeah, this is definitely post-WGC material for me.
Yeah, straight onto webs. So you can start playing webs?
Yeah, I did. And then Connor was on my team for Nations 2 years ago. Yeah, and so I put him down, and that's how I picked up X-Men, though. And I started playing X-Men.
Great.
Yeah.
Every time that you have some sort of woe, in fact, this is actually my answer to everyone who's listening to this. If you ever get sick of MCP dice, my advice is always going to be just play webs. We'll probably get into it, but they're very not dice reliant. So they're a great team if you don't like rolling dice. Like me.
And I would agree. They are they have a high learning curve though, but they have a very high ceiling as well. So definitely rewards you for putting the time into them.
There you go.
Okay, finally, let's get into this first box.
Let's do it.
The first one in the panel, it happens to be Spider-Ham, whose alias name is so good, Peter Porker.
Nice. All right, here you go, Norbert. Here's some trivia for you. This can go down as my lore segment.
Okay.
What is the name of the Green Goblin equivalent in Spider-Ham's universe? His arch nemesis.
Green eggs. Green eggs.
That's great. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't think about that. No. I'll give you a hint. They're all animals in the Spider-Ham universe.
Oh, all right. So that's the hint. Okay. It's Green Goblin, but it's.
He's close. He's close. People listening are going to be screaming.
Green Lizard.
He's close.
Is it that close? Oh God, Green Toad. It was Green Frog.
I'll give you another hint. Hang on. Is this how animals work? I think he's a goose. No, a turkey. He's a turkey.
What? Why turkey?
It's the Green Gobbler.
Oh, Gobbler. That is really awful. Oh my Lord.
And there's also there is Captain America in that universe as well.
So is this like a comic book? I never understood this.
It's like it's a universe, right? It's part of the Spider-Verse.
But is it like something that they just do occasionally now and again, or is it like a running comic book?
Yeah, he's got his own like comic book series, I guess.
Really? Yeah. So there are people out there busy collecting, alternate cover Spider-Ham.
Probably people. Books. Yeah. I mean, hey, you're collecting all the MCP models, right? Everyone's got their own flavor of nerd.
Okay, cool. All right, but Peter Porker, that is fantastic. And if you look at his picture by the great Patrick Brown, not only does his mask have eyes and a spider like you'd expect Spider-Man, but then his flat nose has another spider face on it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I'm looking forward to you painting that on.
That's hard.
That's
I wonder
hard.
what it looks like on the model.
Yeah, he's tiny too. The model is tiny. We saw it in person, remember, at UK Games Expo.
Yeah, I did. I didn't look at it that closely. I was afraid to, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
As we go through this, I'm going to quickly just drop in every now and then a new character from this universe.
Yeah, you did.
There's Ant.
Yeah, okay. Right.
No laugh? That's not good for you?
They phoned that one in.
I thought that was quite a good one. All right, you keep going. I'll see if I find the good ones.
They should have called him Adam Ant. That would have been more fun.
Adam Ant, yeah. I got Captain. Before we get angry Spider-Ham fans in our Discord, it's actually Captain Americat.
Americat.
Not Captain America.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Is that Chat GPT steering you down the wrong path? Is that what happened there?
I'm on the Marvel fandom wiki.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Spider-Ham, Peter Porker. Oh, wait a minute, Jimmy. Do we have a box number for this? Do we know what box number this is going to be?
Oh my God, are we free?
We might have overlooked that, and that would be bad.
Real bad.
People.
While you look
it
up.
is. They have a box.
Okay.
CP170, a very even number. 170.
Nice. 170. Very good.
What do you read anything into that? Lore Master J?
No, but I have found another character from his universe.
Okay.
Magneto. And he's a horse.
Right.
There you go.
Of course. That is so good. That's so good. Think of all the acid that was dropped during these sessions. Think of it. Amazing. Nice. So I think the speed of Spider-Ham is infecting us because we're too giddy in this show.
We need to calm down. It's a serious game.
But it's Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at this bad boy. He is 2-threat, and this is big deal. Usually would be considered big deal. Web Warrior people love 2 threats, but we'll get into that in a moment. It's a 2-threat character. He has got a stat line of 2 physical, 2 energy, and 2 mystic. And he's got 3 health on both sides, 3 and 3. He's only size 1, interestingly, but he moves medium. So how does this compare to other 2 threats?
Well, first off, should we talk about the fact it's a 2 threat?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why did I say that's important for web warriors?
Well, I mean, web warriors are usually, let's talk about under Miles Morales web warriors, right? Their game plan is to go as wide as possible, survive forever, and just score all the points. And they are the best team in the game at doing that. They always have been. They probably always will be, because they're just under that cusp of like, they're not quite broken. They're not like Hellfire. They don't receive complaints, but they are very, very, very strong. They're probably the perfect example of what like the upper limit of a team will be in MCP. So going super wide is really good for them. And they usually take like Toad and Wong, two threats to be able to do that. Toad's obviously incredible at scoring points, and Wong is great for letting other like spiders kind of achieve their thing. But getting an affiliated 2 threat, I don't think any of us, not even Connor, our local web warriors there, saw that coming. There was jokes of, Spider-Ham should probably be a 2 threat in the kind of lead up after they announced that he was coming, and no one was like, no, there's no way that's happening. Also, this is the first 2 threat since, years, right? The last 2 threat was Honey Badger.
Oh, wow.
Which I think was just after I started playing. So this is, very rare. And that's because 2 threats innately just have, a hard to balance, I guess, power, because they have 2 actions like everybody else. And especially when they can score points. You've got like your Honey Badger who can't score points, Nebula who can't score points, but they make up for it in other ways. So having a 2 threat that can score points is very, very powerful. We were all a little bit scared to see that Spider-Ham was a 2 threat.
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny you say that about the 2 threats, because they've been changed so much. I consider them new, and I keep using them as new. But you're right. This is the first actual new one.
Yeah.
It's just the other ones have been changes. Okay. Yeah, very good explanation. Thank you for all that. It's the affiliated part of it. Excuse me. That really makes up a lot of it. But he is rather weak on that threats stat line. Most of the 2 threats have 4 health on each side, and they'll typically have 3 defense dice. In maybe one instance they'll have a 2, but the other ones will be 3s. So yeah, let me look at Rocket. I was just going to look at Rocket. Okay, Rocket even is 2-2-3 with 3 health on one side and 3 health on the other side. He's also size 1. He's the only other character that's size 1.
Yeah, and that size 1 comes with some interesting rules interactions, right? So a size 2 in MCP is usually like a car, and it basically means that you can get Rocket or Spider-Ham can stand behind that car, and because the car is bigger than them, because they're size 1, the only size 1 characters in the game, opponents can't see them over the car, but they can see them because of how MCP works. Because if they're like size 2 or 3, it means they're as big or bigger than the car, and they can see them. So it means they can get into real tricky spots, basically, for your opponent. And it's a bit more relevant for Rocket because he has a range 5 gun, right? So he can stand behind a car. He's basically invisible, but can shoot over the car. Spider-Ham, less so. We'll get into that. But yeah, he's not so gunny as Rocket, which makes sense.
Okay. Yep. And he still gets cover from size 1 pieces of terrain.
Good point. Yeah.
Which is not the greatest considering his health and stat line's terrible as it is. But yeah. So this is not so terribly unusual for the smaller size 2s, but threat 2s. But for a threat 2, it's still a little bit worse. But let's see if he's got stuff to make up for it. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're going to go right into it. And these names are going to keep making me giddy. I'm sorry. Do you want to drop us an animal first before we get going?
I closed it. I thought I got too many groans.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Those are groans of appreciation.
All right, I'll go find some more. You carry on.
Right. The first, he's got 3 attacks, all physical. The first attack is Porker Hijinks. Porker Hijinks is range 2, 4 dice. It doesn't cost anything. It is a gainer. He gets 1 power after the attack is resolved. And then it's got a load of different types of triggers. So many triggers. Remember, he only has 4 dice base, unless something special is going on. Only 4 dice. But if these dice have the following triggers, this is what happens. If it's a wild, the target will get a slow. If there's a crit there, the defender will get stunned. Now it gets more complicated. If there's a shield hit, he gets elusive, so after the attack is resolved, the Spider-Ham can advance short. And if it's a crit hit, after the attack is resolved, he can push the defender short. So the wild thing about this is that those really complicated triggers, they have the same root, so to speak. They both have the 2 hits, but that doesn't matter whether you get a shield or a crit. If you do get that trigger, not only are you pushing the defender, but you're also stunning them, which is pretty crazy.
That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about it doubling up.
Yeah, it doubles up. So that would be nasty. So this is one of these instances where, it's only 4 dice. You're not looking to do much damage whatsoever. I think you're just hoping for some of these triggers.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you count on any of these? What are the chances? Pretty low,
yeah,
right?
I mean, I don't do dice maths, but yes, I think you don't count any of these. You just sort of throw it out and think maybe it will happen.
Maybe it's to get him power. Maybe that's the most important thing about this.
Yeah, true. It's a gainer, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think this is going to be the new, you know how whenever you go to an MCP event, somebody always per event has a story about how Wong just like one-shot somebody.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the new thing. It's going to be like, oh my God, you won't believe what Spider-Ham did. He got slow, stun, elusive, and a push on a guy. So I think this is going to be the new thing that people talk about. But yeah, I think it's range 2. So if you're in range 2, he's probably already in trouble. And just roll these dice and see what happens. Don't rely on any of it because you will probably be disappointed.
Yeah. All right. So let's say it's to gain the power for Porker hijinks. Mm-hmm. Next one is here's pie in your face.
Oh, do you want an animal first?
Oh yeah, go for it. You got the animals?
Here's pie in your face. Mysterio in Spider-Ham's universe is called Moosterio.
This is so good. It's so much acid. Here's pie in your face. Again, is physical. It is range 4. Okay, now we're talking. Range 4. 4 dice again. 0 power. It's got 1 trigger. It's got a wild shock. After the attack resolved, the defender gains a shock condition. Now, this is interesting. Because, like you were saying, he can hide. Range 4 is rather far. It's not range 5, obviously, but it's still rather far. And, okay, if you do a point of damage, maybe 2, great. If you get the shock, though, that's really nice.
Yeah.
But mostly, I think it's like he's holding a point, and that's his real job, and this is just gravy that, he's throwing out these things.
100%. Yeah, I think if you start your activation with Spider-Ham sitting on a point and then just get 2 of these off from range 4, preferably behind some size 2 cover, I think that's kind of the dream, right? Especially if you give out a couple shocks, it's just quite a good, annoying job for a 2 threat.
Now, keep in mind, he's in Web Warriors, which means that they're going to have the all webbed up turn.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And what does that give them? And just look it up. 2 extra dice.
2 extra dice on all attacks if they have slow. If the opponent has slow, which is actually quite huge. And he sort of stops becoming a joke when you look at it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's throwing 6 dice and with serious triggers. Like those triggers are actually useful. It's just that they're hard to get. But now suddenly he can do them.
Yeah.
I think Here's Pie in Your Face is really good. Keep in mind, Bullseye used to be a 2 threat with range 4, and he was a nuisance.
Yeah, exactly. You don't gain power from this one.
No.
But then, we'll get onto it. He doesn't really need that much power, so it's fine,
Yeah.
I think, on an all-webbed up turn, if you imagine Web Warriors, they love playing on a big spread-out map, right, where it's harder for them to be chased by people. Giving out some slows with all webbed up is pretty crazy. And then if you're also making Spider-Ham's activation then a bit more effective, he's suddenly doing a couple 6 dice attacks, with the, he could stun, he could do some other stuff, push you around. It's a sizeless push too, right?
Yeah. Sentinel nerf yet again.
They had it coming. Yeah, sizeless push any direction. So suddenly, crit hit on 6 dice is like not that unlikely. So yeah, during all webbed up, he actually stops being funny and gets quite good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Maybe. Who knows? Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy days. All right. Let us carry on then. He's got one more attack. It's a physical one again called Who's You Calling a Cartoon?
Yeah.
Rage 2, 6 dice this time, but it costs 4 power. And it's got an ability called Outrageously Oversized Cartoon Hammer.
Nice. Which matches the model.
Yes, exactly, which is perfect. After this attack is resolved, the defender has the shock and stun special conditions, it gains the stagger special condition. So all of this is kind of like a joke character.
Yeah.
In other words, like if any of this all happens, it's meant to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a very good chance that it just doesn't happen. And that's kind of what the funny part is, I think.
So, but the funny part is when it happens, then you're like living the dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm trying to think. I was just looking through the Web Warriors cards. I don't know of any other ways to kind of juicing this guy up so that just look at Miles's his leadership though. Leadership is you can roll a defense die, not the attack dice. Can you think of any other ways that you could juice this guy's dice?
I mean, I think all webbed up is kind of enough, right? And there are 2 threats out there that can hit, right? You got Bullseye, you got Rocket. Okoye, I guess, doesn't quite count. Honey Badger, her attacks aren't too bad. So you've got 2 threats out there that can hit. That's not Spider-Ham's job, I don't think. The attacks aren't where it's at. I think the next ability is where it's at.
Okay, let's get on to it then.
But before that, Norbert.
Oh, yes?
What do you think the name of Kingpin is?
Oh,
think about it now. If you're a comic book writer, okay, put the acid down. You're a comic book writer, and you need to turn Kingpin into an animal. Which animal do you choose?
I'm somehow thinking like a lion or a tiger.
Wow, that's because you're a Kingpin fan.
Did I get it?
It's a pig.
It's
King Pig.
King Pig.
That one feels like it. That one wrote itself. I think that's pretty fair. That one.
Pig.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. His first superpower, actually, his only active superpower is called Web Yoink. Yoink.
Yoink.
It is a 2 threat. Choose an enemy character within 4, okay, and roll a die. On a crit, wild, or hit result, so that's half the time, if the chosen character is size 3 or less, push it towards this character's short. On any other result, push the character towards the chosen character short. So you push yourself towards the target short.
Yeah.
And it can only be used once per turn. So half the time, you're pulling the character towards you, half the time, you're getting pulled towards it.
Yeah.
Which is, again, hilarious.
Yeah, sounds hilarious, right? And I thought, this is a cute way of, giving some displacement with like a bit of a downside. And then our, local Web Warriors player, Connor, revealed that this is actually just good because you either pull the opponent off the point or you put yourself on the point for 2 power. And if you put yourself on the point, you then have, potentially 2 chances at Porker hijinks to maybe get that push trigger and push them off anyway. So actually, this is great. It sounds like a downside, and it's not really. It pushes you towards someone, and that's also fine because you're probably getting on a point.
As usual, it's a matter of you trying to put yourself in a position to maximize the ability for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of being this character is clearly not a turnkey type of character. It's not meant to be just like point and click.
Yeah.
You have to think about how you're using him to get the most out of it.
Yeah, for sure. And this under Kingpin, right, where all characters count as 2 when they're securing, this is great. Because it's just win-win, right? I'm going to pay 2 power, and someone's going to score that point.
Oh yeah,
it's probably me because I count as 2, right?
Huh.
So it's great. I'm glad it can only be used once per turn.
Can you pull up the affiliation document while we're chatting?
Yeah,
because that has already been updated. I just want to double check that any of these guys are affiliated other than Web Warriors. I don't think so, but
yes,
you can
I will look that up.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm going to go on to the next hilarious ability on this guy. He's got an innate superpower called Animation Domination. It's damage reduction 1, basically.
Unreal. Crazy. Damage reduction on a 2 threat?
With 3 hit points.
What's going on?
I mean, it makes sense from a cartoon point of view, but whether it kicks in enough to actually make a difference is the interesting part.
Yeah, it is quite cute that it's done on a 3 health character because sometimes it just won't matter.
It won't matter, but sometimes it will, and it'll be so aggravating as the attacker against this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, he's got another innate superpower called Spider Nonsense, which I think we've used in London a lot of times when we're talking about Web Warriors.
Yeah.
This sounds very British, Spider Nonsense. When this character is defending against a physical or energy attack or making a dodge roll, it may re-roll up to 2 of its defense or dodge dice. Oh ho! Wait a minute now.
Yeah.
Woo! Spider Nonsense.
Very good.
Additionally, when this character suffers damage after the effect is resolved, it drops any objective tokens it is holding. Okay, so this is where we've seen this spoiled, by the way, in the way past. This is where people get really sour on this guy, I find. But let's talk about the fun stuff first. Okay, he only has 2 dice that he's rolling for defense, but he gets to re-roll them both.
Yeah, and under Miles, he gets to re-roll skulls.
Oh,
so he actually becomes like a 4/4/4, right?
And with damage reduction 1.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's nonsense.
He's going to be he's going to be like Toad. Just, obnoxious to try to kill sometimes. I think
so, at times, yeah. And I think that that last sentence there is what makes me completely happy with this character is that when they take any amount of damage, they drop the objective token they're holding. We've seen that we've learned from Toad. Toad being the premier 2-threat in the game for years was recently fixed by letting him be the extract expert. He's still got his slippery, he can still interact from 2, so he's still best in class for that. But he lost the pushes on his tongue lash, so he can't also score the secures. And now I see Spider-Ham as the mirror of that. I think that he is the secure 2-threat, right?
Right.
He's the only
That's
2-threat.
really interesting.
The only 2-threat with displacement, except Rocket, which doesn't really count because it's on his spender. So the only 2-threat with displacement, and he's rubbish at holding extracts, which I think is great and is really well balanced. And I think that makes me really happy that they've gone back to the 2-threat, design space and
love it
and put this in. Yeah, it's great.
You have to accept it. This is a 2-threat. Whenever you're like complaining about something about the character, you have to remind yourself it's a 2-threat. They're not supposed to be that great.
Yeah, exactly. And an affiliated 2-threat for Web Warriors. Web Warriors only, by the way.
Okay, thank you. So going back to the example you gave earlier, this guy's hiding behind a car on a secure and holding an extract. Somebody needs to pop him at distance to just get him to drop the objective at least. The extract at least, or else he's really too powerful for a 2-threat.
Exactly. And we should also talk about that is, again, remind yourself it's a 2-threat because the act of going and chasing him down and putting actions into him and spending power on getting the extract off this guy, that's value for a 2-threat, right? Even if Spider-Ham gets one shot twice, if he's taken a 3 or 4 threats activation to do that, he's done his job in my mind, right? And I mean, maybe that's coming from, I'm pretty biased because I play a lot of Honey Badger, and her entire job is just to soak up actions, so that it's not going to the rest of your team. And especially in a Web Warriors game plan, where, you've got your Miles Morales, you've got your Spectacular Spider-Man, Black Cat, you want all of those guys to be surviving as long as possible. And if Spider-Ham is there being annoying and soaking up, one too many activations for a 2-threat, you're just helping the rest of your team survive. So I think, again, when you play him, he will be disappointed in some games, but you just got to remember he's a 2-threat and that's the value he's bringing.
Yeah, and you have to use him wisely as well. His last superpower, as you can expect, is an 8-1 called Wall Crawler. So he goes everywhere.
Love it.
So where can you see that? So and if it goes without saying, he's on a small base as well, 35mm base. So where else do you see this guy working?
I think Kingpin, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Because he counts for 2. You said already he's a really good secure holder, and he's got that range 4 again, which is what Bullseye was so good at.
Yeah.
And now he's only range 3.
Yeah, exactly.
And rightly so.
I think we need to see this guy as a secure specialist, 2-threat secure specialist. And I think that just goes anywhere that you want to score points. Hellfire Club? Oh, Hellfire. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah. I can see that working. Better healing. I mean, imagine healing him. That'd be annoying.
What 2 threats did you take in Hellfire? The new Hellfire Club?
Oh, it was always Toad. There's no question about it, unfortunately. Maybe there's a world where you go super wide and you take Toad and Spider-Ham, but then you risk being unaffiliated. So I don't know. I think he is squarely a Web Warriors character, that's for sure. I know not all Web Warrior players are a big fan of him. I know that some still want to take Toad and Wong, which is fine, because every other character in Web Warriors is, best in class, so they can afford to take some unaffiliated 2-threats.
I wouldn't mind him in Asgard, though.
Oh, yeah?
Because they are busy running around killing people. They ain't got time to sit on no secure points.
Yeah.
And they're all very expensive. And so having a 2-threat that can sit on a point in the back and be reasonably safe, maybe, I think could be good for Asgard.
I like it. Yeah. You used to run Toad in Asgard just to kind of be a 2-threat, right? Just someone that can score points. So similar thing, right?
100%.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, be question of taking a look at which crises you're taking and seeing if it's Toad or Spider-Ham that could manage the orientation of those secures better.
Yeah, for sure. There's an argument for like any power leadership, so like Magneto Brotherhood or Xavier X-Men, because if you can chuck him a power round 1, it means he can double move, potentially pull someone off a point. Or, worst case scenario, double move and then pull himself onto a point if the web yoink doesn't go very well. That's kind of fine,
Inhumans 2-threat?
Yeah. But I mean, Toad still exists. That's the big problem, right?
Well, it all comes down to a question of, do you want to hold secures or do you want to run around with extracts? You know what I mean? Inhumans doesn't need to run around. I mean, they take the extracts anyway. They don't need Toad for that.
Yeah.
So maybe they need a secure sitter somewhere.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I don't know. And also, this is kind of go back to criminals again, but playing him in Shadowland Daredevil, he gets to re-roll his dice, so he could maybe get those triggers more often.
Triggers, yeah. If you want to go trigger hunting, this is a great trigger hunting character. I mean, Steve 3 Avengers, right? That'll make the displacement a lot more, likely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you love hunting triggers, this is the character for you.
I'm sure people will unlock this better than we will on this hot take episode.
No,
so,
sure. Do you want another character from his universe?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right, Kang the Conqueror is Kangaroo the Conqueror.
Oh, that one I had in my head, yeah.
All right, nice. Last one. This one, I'm going to let you try and guess, but don't spend too long on it, because it's pretty out there. Mary Jane Watson.
Peter Parker's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Jane Watson?
This is a real stretch. This is like we wrote it.
MJ. No clue.
Mary Jane Water Buffalo.
Not
a fan?
What? It's just because the WOE.
Because of Watson. Yeah.
Watson. Oh, dear.
Told you it was a stretch.
Okay. That was a stretch. Wow. Yeah. Okay. That was a good one to end on. Because he comes with a Tectus card. Yay.
Moving swiftly on. Caught in a ham.
Caught in a ham. Now, does that make sense to you? I never heard that expression. Caught in a ham.
I don't know. Maybe it's like caught in a jam. Is that a thing?
Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. It's an unaffiliated card that's active, so he can take it wherever he goes. During his activation, he can spend 2 power to play his card. For each enemy character... Oh, sorry. Let me just quickly go back. Remember, we said he's got 1 gainer, which is the...
Porker Hijinks.
Range 2 Porker Hijinks. If he does that twice in a turn, then he could turn on his Web Yoink, which is... Well, actually, he only has to do 1, right? Because you get 1 in the power phase, presumably. So that Web Yoink should be online quite often. Is my point.
Yeah.
Or he'll have power to spend on this card. That's what triggered my thought. So 2 power to play this card. For each enemy character within 3 of Spider-Ham, when the card is played, roll 1 die and resolve the corresponding effect below. Completely resolve each effect in the order of your choosing before moving on to the next. Okay, so it's one of these fun cards like Guardians has. What could happen? If the result is a wild, you do Porker Popper. The enemy character gains a shock special condition. Okay. If it is a crit, you get, is that a cartoon pig? And then you get stunned. Okay, this sounds like his attacks, basically, so far. If you get a shield, you get slopped up. The enemy gains the slow condition. Yeah. And then if it's a hit, it'll be a corny joke, and the enemy loses 1 power. And lastly, if it's a skull, oh no! The opposing player places Spider-Ham within 2 of his current position. Okay, so it's basically he gets another one of his attacks, but more guarantees on the triggers in some senses.
Yeah, it's interesting that it says for each enemy character within 3 when this card is played. So if you get the oh no trigger, it doesn't then change the targets of the card.
No.
Which is good. So that's a plus for it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're giving out shock, stun, or slow, or they lose a power, or on a blank, nothing happens. This is fun, but I don't think you play this, right?
Yeah, not especially if in Web Warriors where they have such good cards as it is.
Yeah.
Maybe if you take them in a splash somewhere else where their cards are not as important, but these days cards are really tight. So
yeah, don't get me wrong. Giving out like a stun or a slow at the right time on the right person is pretty huge, but he can get those off on his attacks, right? So just try that instead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Fun though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And thematic is heck.
Yeah.
Okay. Next card up. Spider-Man Noir.
I hope you read this in Nicolas Cage's voice. This card.
Oh dear.
Not you. I meant in your head.
Okay. Thank God.
I read this card in his voice.
Thank God. I was going to say, stretching the limit to me. He is on a small base, 35 millimeter base. And
he's only affiliated to Web Warriors as well.
Thank you. His alter ego is Peter Parker, Earth 90214. Is that can you look up the zip code? 90214. in the United States and see if that exists? Because there's 90210, which is that show from Beverly Hills.
Yeah, 90210. All I'm getting for 90214 is it's Marvel Noir. So I think the universe he's from is all Noir.
Oh.
So it's all like black and white.
But did you type zip code in the search?
No,
It's the same. No, yeah, type that.
Okay. Is this where you grew up? This is what you're making me do this?
No, this is on those numbers are for the Californian side of the country.
Oh, it's Los Angeles County, California.
See?
There you go. Beverly Hills. Oh, it's Beverly Hills.
Oh, now it makes sense. Spider Noir. He's like, one of those detectives, the noir detective film that would be set in someplace like Los Angeles.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Look at me. I'm going to be the lore master on this show.
You be the lore master. Please take it. Please take it off me.
No, you're so good at it, Jay. All right. Okay. Peter Parker, Earth 90214, which is, I guess, a big Earth of just Los Angeles. Wow. Let's see. His stat line. Well, first of all, he's a 3 threat. He has got 3 physical, 3 energy, 3 mystic defense. He's got 5 hit points on both sides. He's size 2 and he moves medium. So standard 3 threat stats?
Yeah, very standard.
Okay. 5 and 5 on each side. So no spicy 6 hit points at any point. But for Web Warriors, I think that's pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So nothing else to say about this. This is pretty standard Web Warriors. All right, let's look at his attacks then. He's got 2 attacks, both physical. The first one is called the old 1-2. It's range 3, 4 dice, no power. It is a builder. He gets power equal to the damage dealt. If this character already has attacked the defender during its activation this turn, it adds 3 dice to this attack roll. That's good. So that would mean 7 dice. That's really good. And he's got a trigger on it, which is a hit wild called Elusive. After this attack is resolved, this character may advance short.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump ahead to see if there's any. No, he doesn't have any other dice fixing.
No. I mean, a 4 followed by a 7 is pretty good.
Keep in mind, cost 0. This is a 0 cost attack, and it's range 3, so it's likely,
it's pretty good. And also, you've got Miles Morales, who's a 3 threat web warrior who would need to web swing to get up to 7 dice. So that's quite nice, and it's very thematic as well. The old 1-2, I can see, and I love the idea of elusive because what I'm seeing is an old stick 'em up, she, and they're kind of shaking their fists at each other, and he punched them once, and then the elusive is him kind of rotating round. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I can kind of see it. He's brawling. It's great.
Yeah,
I think it's a really cool thematic attack.
Okay, and then his other attack is called Crime Fighting Arsenal. It is beam 4. 5 dice, costs 3. That sounds really reasonable so far. And then, after each attack is resolved, if it dealt damage, the defender gains slow and shock. Oh gosh, that's really good.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, we've not seen many Web Warriors give out slow before, right? It's been super rare, apart from, Amazing Spider-Man's leadership. And I think it's terrifying because, like I said before, they want to be on a big, wide open secure where everything's far away from each other. And if you give out slow, that means it's way harder for you to then go chase their extract holders. So this is terrifying. And, spoilers, there's more of it coming with Silk as well. I'm really worried about Web Warriors giving out slow now. I think this is super strong.
Yeah. And again, I was always going to be leaning on this a little bit. If you do all webbed up, usually those characters that get slowed are kind of clustered together. So there's a good chance that this guy's going to be able to find a nice beam on those slowed ones. And now he's rolling 7 dice on this attack.
Yeah, exactly. And all webbed up is usually played on around 3 when you've grabbed all the extracts and the web warriors just need to run away now. And they usually that's their big all webbed up turn. That's when they're going to close the game out. That's kind of the way to play it. An all webbed up turn followed by a crime fighting arsenal, you're probably going to just slow everyone. And also shock, which is huge because then if they do catch up with you, they're not hitting you as hard. It's this is the perfect combination of conditions for a web warriors, run away with points kind of tactic.
That's a really astute observation, actually. That's exactly right. This is exactly what they want.
That's why you pay me the big bucks.
Cool. Let's get into his active superpower called Hit the Pavement. It's 2 power. Choose an interactive terrain feature of 2 power or... Oh, God, I am a little screwy. Let us start over. Hit the Pavement. Costs 2 power. Choose a terrain feature of size 2 or less within 3. That's good. And throw it medium. That's really good. It can only be used once per turn. Well, just a really good throw.
Yeah. it's great. I love Storm's throw, which is similar to this. Storms cost 3, but that's because it can throw characters. This only throws terrain, but it throws a medium. So yeah, this is great. Yeah. I think your normal turn with him is going to be the old 1-2, so 4 dice, then 7 dice, and then throw a size 2 of them. That's like a good amount of damage output, right, for a 3 threat.
Yeah, but I also think it's the range 3 of this terrain throw that's really good.
Yeah.
The range 2 ones really limit you sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know it. I've been playing a lot of Phoenix, and terrain is never within range 2 of you. Range 3 terrain is fantastic. Storm loves it. It's the best part of Storm's kit is being able to grab terrain from range 3 away.
Does anybody have range 4 for picking up terrain? Magneto or Space Ball?
I think Magneto and Cable and those guys, I think they're range 3.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has range 4.
No, it's usually you pick within 3 and you throw it long, which is that's how they show that they're powerful at that. Yeah. But a range 3 pickup is fantastic.
Okay. He's got a reactive suit power called Inured to Pain.
Oh no!
This is really good though.
Here's the source.
It is 1 power. If this character would suffer damage, you can use the superpower and reduce the damage suffered by 1. No limitation. This is Beta Ray Bill.
No limit. Yep, Beta Ray Bill. It's Kingpin, right?
Kingpin, yeah.
It's it's the big one. It's the real powerful one.
Wow.
And obviously, we are kind of judging most of these characters by playing under Miles Morales. So you're rolling 3 defense dice. You're then using Spider Sense, which we'll get to, re-rolling skulls. And then if damage goes through, you just pay 1 and reduce it to 0. It's so good.
Yeah, let's do that. So Spider Sense is an innate superpower like many Web Warriors have, where he basically gets to re-roll 2 of his dice when defending against a physical or energy attack or making a dodge roll. Man, finally, let's just say he's got Wall Crawler, as you can expect. That stocks up on Mystic Attacks, hey?
Yeah. I mean, Mystic Attacks have always been the best answer to Web Warriors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, more of that coming in.
And Namor not letting this guy reduce damage would be good.
That's also true, yeah.
Or let's be careful, because sometimes that still works. I forget how... No,
I think this is fine. Yeah, Namor can stop this from being reduced.
Yeah,
it's a big deal. I think the 3/3/3 5 health we sort of said was normal for a 3 threat. I think that goes way further when you account for Spider Sense and Inured to Pain. I think this guy's actually tanky. This is a tanky guy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
this guy's really tanky, especially if he's already shocked you.
Yeah. No, this guy isn't gonna die easily.
No.
Yeah, very very strong.
So what's his job in the Web Warrior universe here? What's his job?
It's a good question, because there's no displacement here, right?
Nope.
None of it.
No. He's a
brawler.
brawler.
Yeah, he's a brawler. So, I don't know, maybe he's an extract holder, because he can reduce damage. Yeah, I'm not sure. He definitely has a fantastic all-webbed up turn, right?
Yeah.
But I think maybe he takes the old Moon Knight's job. Remember when people used to run Moon Knight in webs all the time?
That's right. Yes.
And it's like, I've got this one character that can just, absolutely destroy something on an all-webbed up turn. Maybe he's a little bit of that. While also being tanky. And, I think that this is an extract chaser in Web Warriors. So you send him off to go grab someone with an extract. You do give him the old 1-2, you throw some terrain at them, you get their extract, and then you run away and just keep reducing damage. I think that's the play. But, is he the best in Web Warriors at doing that? No, right?
That's a good question. I'm going to call up the affiliation document.
Yeah.
We forgot to mention our collab while I look it up. Why don't you mention the collab?
Oh, the collab?
Yeah.
Which one?
It's been with Jarvis's Protocol.
Jarvis's Protocol? Oh, you mean on the character pages?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. There's a lot of collabs going on across the Bifrost HQ at the moment. Now if we've done an episode on a character and you're checking them out on Jarvis Protocol, you can scroll down and you'll see a little link to our episode there. It's pretty cool, right? So, for example, I guess this one.
Yeah. This one should have a link underneath, taking the person who's looking at the card on Jarvis's Protocol right to this episode.
Yeah. Which, if you're listening to this episode, is completely useless to you. But for future reference, if you're looking at a character on Jarvis, our goal, maybe it's my goal. My goal is to convince Norbert that we should do an episode on every single character in the game.
Oh, Lord.
So that every single page links to an episode of ours.
Okay. All right, maybe.
Hey, you just painted all the characters. How hard is it to do a podcast episode,
Yeah.
He's on the hard part.
Have I? Okay. Yeah, it's really great that he has that there, and he did some numbers. Hugo from Drakane, who runs Jarvis Protocol, and the numbers significantly jumped when he had added those links to the pages. So it definitely seems to be a tool that people are appreciating. So if you're not aware of it, take a look and tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Okay, I've taken a look at it. I mean, I'm looking at the Web Warriors roster here. I mean, like Agent Venom was also kind of tanky, I suppose.
Yeah, there's also Gwenum, who's like a bit of a brawler. Right?
Yes,
and there's been a lot of chatter. You know, with these ever since these new Web Warrior boxes were announced, there's been a lot of people talking. Like, are we going to get like a punchy webs? You know. Like we've nailed the runaway with points webs. You know, they're incredible. Are we going to get like a new leadership or some new characters? And I think maybe this is hinting towards that, right? If you do want to play a punchy webs, Spider-Man Noir is going to be fantastic there. Agent Venom's going to be great. Gwenum's going to be fantastic. I'm playing Gwenum in X-Men at the moment, actually. Oh. She's great.
Maybe you're right, dude. Maybe this is like, we shouldn't be thinking about the old webs. This is a different way to play webs.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, this episode goes very out of date very quick. If the next box they announce has like a new leadership in, right? That's all about beating people up.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is because I'm looking. There's all kinds of characters that you don't typically see in a usual Web Warriors build, and maybe all of them together then suddenly form another type of group. We know that there's another affiliation. They keep being coy about it, but we're thinking that there's going to be another tactics card like leadership coming their way.
Yeah, not another affiliation. Another.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Though.
Yeah, like there's a card that they're teasing called Spider-Men, right? Which might be another affiliation. Yeah, so maybe there's another leadership that's coming that makes them a bit punchier. I can't imagine them being, you know, the punchiest team in the game because they are best in class at, you know, being defensive and running away. But it will give you another style of play, and maybe that's where Spider-Man Noir fits. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's move on to his card. He comes with a tactics card. It's also unaffiliated, takes where he goes, but this time it's reactive. During the first power phase,
Didn't say the name. It's got a really cool name.
Oh, sorry. Spider Sleuth. Oh, nice. It does. That is great. Spider Sleuth. All right, so you have to play as basically right at the beginning of the game. All right, this is like, what's some common ones that are at the beginning of the game?
Leadership cards.
Cat and mouse is one.
Yeah.
The X-Men one, what is it called? First class. Yeah. This is one of them, it seems like. When it's played, set it near the battlefield instead of discarding it. Okay. And it's got different kind of thematic titles. One is called Gathering Evidence. If this card has been played, when an enemy character within 3 of an allied non-dazed Spider-Man Noir interacts with an objective token, put 1 evidence token on this card. Okay, so basically, this is great. It's like having a little mini mystery game.
It's great. He's got a little side quest going on.
Yeah, side quest. Thank you. So it basically somebody interacts with an objective token. That's either right, secure or extract.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so whatever they're messing about with the crises, basically within 3 of him, he notices and he puts a little evidence token on this card.
It might also be here's a niche rule for the podcast. Let me have a look. I think yes, this will also count for things like dossier.
Is it called an objective token?
There's a Weapon X card where you put an objective token down and you have to interact with it, and that would give him some evidence. There you go.
Okay,
niche interaction done.
No, wow, Weapon X nerf. The next one is called Asking Questions. If this card has been played when an allied Spider-Man Noir dazes or KOs an enemy character, put 1 confession token on this card.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. He's given the old one too. He's got some information out of him.
Okay, and then finally, he can crack the case. Crack the case is during any cleanup phase, if this card has been played, and if an allied Spider-Man Noir is not dazed or KO'd, you may remove 3 evidence tokens and 1 confession token from this card. And if you do, you score 2 VP and discard the card.
Huge.
Whoa!
That is huge. Actually, all that stuff we were saying about, I'm not sure what his game plan is. I think this might be his game plan. I think this gives him his own little game plan. Scoring 2 VPs in Web Warriors is insane.
Oh,
right?
And it's not that hard. He could do this himself. He doesn't have to have his friends.
The hardest part here, he has to stay alive
within 3
non-dazed. He has to stay within 3, and it has to be non-dazed. So I think this only really works on pay to flips, right? Really?
Why?
Well, like as in, like it works best on pay to flips.
Why?
Because there's lots of interacting.
Because he has to keep flipping because you interact more often.
Yeah.
But okay, there's some secures that you get healing ability.
That's a good point. Yeah, riots or
spark.
intrusions. That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Okay.
No, but you're right. But I mean,
min-max in
intrusions.
This is pay to flips is like, this is really, really strong. And also, like, all the best Web Warriors players that we've played against, right? They know how many VPs are available every single round, right? They know exactly how they can win, how they can get to 16 before anyone else. That's their whole game plan. This gives them 2 bonus VPs in the middle of that. I think this is going to upset a lot of people in terms of, like, you'll be playing a Web Warriors guy, and then all of a sudden, he's cracked the case. Spider-Man Noir has cracked the case, and they've gone to 16 way quicker than you realised. I think this is super strong and, really, really fun. Also, super thematic, right? I want to see more cards like this. This is amazing.
Also, this does help them in that they never like to play pay to flips, right?
Yes.
In general, as an
affiliation. Spider-Man Web Warrior power economy is very tight and very exact, and it's one of their strengths, but as soon as you add pay to flips in there, it can get a little bit squiffy. This helps them there a little bit, which I think is great.
I agree. So nicely balanced. This is so great so far.
Yeah.
I love this. It's all really good.
It's also unaffiliated, and I'm going to try this in X-Men because I play pay to flips all the time.
Yes.
I'm just going to put him on a flank with like X23 and get X23 to soften someone up so that he can come in and give me the old 1-2 and ask some questions and then hopefully get a confession token.
I love that. It's really good. And anything along those lines because like you said, he's got a self-contained little mini quest that he's doing, so he could be splashed anywhere and still do this.
Yeah, it's great. Is there a world where we see Spider-Man Noir and Killmonger on the same team?
Oh man,
and we get the 2. What is it? You set up the throne for 2 VPs and the Spider Sleuth for 2 VPs. It's pretty fun.
Oh man.
Saying that, actually, Spider-Man Noir, his builder likes M'Baku's leadership, right? Because it helps him get the trigger.
Okay.
Maybe that's something to try. A lot of people playing M'Baku at the moment. Spider-Man Noir in there, get more elusives off, and then, team him up with Killmonger. That's 4 VP right there for free. For basically nothing, except all of those triggers he has to hit.
Terrigenesis in Spider-Man Noir?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Let's not think about Terrigenesis anymore.
I
can't think about that card anymore than I already do.
Okay. Last character in the box is Silk, also known as Cindy Moon. Cindy Moon, I'll double check, but I'm going to gather that she is on a small base. She's not in the box yet. Where's the Cindy? Can you let me look it up.
Small base. It is a small base.
It's a small base, yeah. Okay. Right. She's in a small base, and she is a 4 threat. Okay, so this is a 4 threat. So we have a 2, 3, and a 4 threat now. Her stats are 4 physical defense, 3 energy, 3 mystic. She's got 6 health on the front side, 5 on the back side, size 2, but moves long. So I think this is classic 4, threat 4 stats, apart from it being long, except that she is a web warrior. So it's that's not unusual.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, is she also just web warrior affiliated?
Yes, just web warriors.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Do you want to know some lore?
Oh yeah, please.
So Cindy was also bitten by the same radioactive spider that bit Peter Parker. So they're very similar powers. But her webs come out of her fingertips.
Oh wow!
It's
okay.
Creepy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little creepy.
Yeah. She is faster than Peter Parker.
Whoa.
But he's stronger, and her spider sense is called Silk Sense, and is far better than Peter's.
Huh.
There you go.
Okay. All right. This is helpful, Lore Master J.
Yeah.
It's gonna probably let's see if this card reflects that.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 attacks again. She's got all physical. First one is called Spider Strike. It is range 3, 5 dice, doesn't cost anything, and it is her builder. Gains power equal to the damage dealt. And it's got a wild push. If it's size 2 or less, this character may push it short. Well, this seems pretty web warrior-y normal.
Yes.
Normal.
Directionless push.
That's
only
true.
Pushes size 2s, but yeah, pretty great. Only a wild trigger. This is great.
Yeah. Yep. Nothing to complain there. Range 3, everything's all good and pretty typical for web warriors. I don't know if a lot of their pushes is away or directionless, but directionless is super powerful. So this is definitely better. Okay, the next one, yes, fingertip spinnerets. Nice one. This is a beam 3. Okay, 5 dice again. Same, no dice penalty, despite it being a beam. Doesn't cost anything. It's also a gainer. Yikes! Remember, you get 1 power for each target under that beam. Also has a wild trigger called slow.
More Web Warriors giving out slow. That is terrifying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the last one is called the Spectacular Spinning Jenny. Area 2 attack, 7 dice, costs 5 though. Yikes. Woo! 5. Let's see if it's worth it. After each attack is resolved, the defender is pushed towards this character's short. After all attacks generated by this attack have been resolved, place this character within 3 of itself. So you can move everybody into you, and then you could get out of dodge, basically.
Yeah, so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love this. I love the movement tricks in this attack. It feels really thematic and very Web Warrior. Just be like, wait, everyone's here now. You're there, and now I'm over here, and it's great. 5 costs is a lot, but it's guaranteed push sizeless, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is huge.
Yep.
Slam her in the middle of a bunch of sentinels. They're all getting pushed around. And then after, everything's guaranteed. It's all guarantees, basically. Guaranteed range 3 plays, guaranteed push on everyone involved. This is well worth the power.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to debate you on that. That is a lot of power.
I think it's pretty great.
A2.
I think the thing is as well, she's a long mover, so you can move pretty easily to the sweet spot where you get the most amount of people in an area 2 here. And then web swing onto a point afterwards. I think you have to do this at the end of the round, right? Once you can see where everyone's activated and standing still, then you jump in and do this. But I think this is definitely worth the power.
But what is it for? Why are you doing this?
Oh, the displacement. Imagine this on a Mayor Fisk.
Oh.
Or wedding party. You just move in, push everyone off, and then you web swing onto the point, you score 2 VP, right? And your opponent's gone down 2 VP. I think it's great.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I guess it's niche, but then it'll be a real
I don't think you do this very often. I think this is like a once per game thing. And only on certain secures as well, right? Because she could just spider strike and push them off with a wild, and gain some power in the process. So, but again, Web Warriors don't like relying on dice. And Spectacular Spinning Jenny, I wouldn't be surprised if you see that being used on one person just to guarantee a push.
Yeah, for sure.
If
you need to in a clutch moment. Yeah,
sizeless and diceless displacement for 5 power, And with that beam, fingertip spinnerets, the beam's really easy. She's going to generate power really easily.
Yeah, she's going to have loads. Oh, that's a good point. She'll just have loads of power on her own. Yeah. Okay. All right. Superpower. She's got one reactive one called Caught in the Web. It costs 2 power. When an enemy character ends of movement within 3 of this character may use the superpower. You roll 4 dice. The enemy character suffers 1 damage for each crit and wild rolled. Then, if this superpower dealt 1 or more damage, this character may advance short. So this is like the usual, Baron Zemo 1 has this kind of thing, Counter-Strike sort of.
Oh, this is Tricks and Traps.
Oh, Tricks and Traps even.
Yeah.
Okay. But does Tricks and Traps give you that short bit, or is that a novel edition?
Yeah. It's the Mysterio thing, right? They end the movement, you roll some dice. If you do damage, you can advance. Yeah.
Yes, of course. You're right. Okay. Interesting. How is she using this then?
I mean, this is the Web Warriors keep away thing, right? Someone's chasing you, they get close, you just use that and hopefully move away. I've also realized this is a bit niche, but if you're from deployment, if you're deployed opposite a midline secure, you can move once and be within range 3 of the midpoint. Use a spider strike. If you get the wild, you can push them towards you. So you have to do a damage and get a wild, so a bit niche. You can push them towards you, which will then trigger Caught in a Web.
Yep.
And you could then pay 2 to then hopefully move short onto the point you just pushed them off.
Yep.
Which is cute. In Web Warriors, they have loads of other ways of doing that much more reliably. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Could happen.
Yeah. You have to look out. It is rough though. 4 dice is not very many dice to get those crits and wilds. But it could happen, I suppose, if you're desperate.
But when an enemy character ends a movement, remember, obviously that can be triggered by you. It's also a movement is anything, right? It's a move action, it's a place, it's a throw, people build, Archie Cable, right? Our local Tricks and Traps, aficionado, they build whole lists around this, because you can do things like, if someone's holding a spider infected and they get advanced, that triggers all of this as well. So there's lots of niche interactions with this. And if you're into gotchas, if you like playing blue in Magic the Gathering, then this is your kind of thing.
Oh gosh, okay.
That was a really good Magic the Gathering joke that you didn't get.
She's got an innate superpower called Silk Sense. I think this gets at to what you were alluding to in your Lore Master segment. When this character is defending against attack or making a dodge roll. Ooh, so this is again against Mystic too.
Oh my god, it is.
Yes, she can re-roll up to 2 of the defense or dodge dice, including skull results.
Nice. It's got the Mars leadership baked in.
And good against Mystic. Oh, I think this makes her like a often taken character then.
Yeah, I think it's pretty great. I think it's nice again, kind of going with our tinfoil hats on, right, with the conspiracy that we might start seeing a different leadership in Web Warriors. This kind of hints towards that some more, right, because she doesn't need to be in Miles Morales' leadership to re-roll her skulls. And yeah, being 4-3-3 with 2, she's basically 6-5-5, right? Basically all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's tanky.
Yeah, really good.
One more innate superpower, Web of the Bride. Ooh. When an enemy character with the slow special condition ends movement within 3 of this character gains a power. Oh, man. I think you're right. She's going to be flowing with power.
Yeah, for sure. And then the gainer beam, right, is going to really help with that. Giving out slows while also gaining power, and then if they're moving near you, you're going to gain more power. So yeah, it's just she's going to be completely drenched in power. Good luck remembering that Web of the Bride thing though, because we haven't seen anything like that before. I know I would struggle to remember that, but yeah, I mean, we said before that like we'd be super. Well, I said before, I'm terrified of Web Warriors giving out slow, and this character's all about that, and then gains power for it. So yeah, scary stuff.
Cool. And the last bit is she's got wall crawler, which you can imagine. Yeah. All right. So I want to keep in mind, though, that she's a 4th threat. So traditionally, again, we're being traditional about Web Warriors affiliation. They like 3 threats and 2 threats only to go as wide as possible.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how does a 4th threat help? How does that work? Maybe in the new version of Web Warriors that we're considering, or the old version, and what 4th threats they already use.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no Web Warriors pro, right? I'm a big fan of Scarlet Spider, and really can't wait to play Webs so that I can start playing him. But not many people seem to agree with me on that. So I'm probably the wrong person to ask. But there's also why take a 4th threat when you can just take 2 threats in Web Warriors? So yeah, it's tricky to say. I mean, the Miles Morales-led Web Warriors has kind of been solved for a few years, right? Everyone kind of just plays the same thing. And if you deviate from it, you tend to regret it. So maybe this is something for like the new Web Warriors. But then that being said, giving out slow is a big deal. Right, I keep going on about it, but it's a big deal.
Yeah. So, do you see her? So, I just see her being good. But I mean, like I said, she's very mobile. She's very tanky, especially against their weakness, Mystic.
Yeah.
She seems like she's going to have a ton of power to be able to do this big attack of hers to push people around.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
she attacks more too. The caught in the web does damage.
Yeah. I think we're going to see her splashed in other places for sure. I don't know where specifically, but I think we will. Like you say, she's just a good character all around, right? Yeah, and she has a tactics card, so yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll come to that. I'm just desperately looking at where would I splash her? Like, what is she trying to do?
I mean, Hellfire is actually, now you've got me thinking about Hellfire, is actually a good idea, because she spends power really well, right? That spender is good. And giving out slow helps you run away with points, and caught in a web can be game winning, right? If someone's coming after you, you could do that and get away. So yeah, I think she's a point scoring 4th threat. She's similar to Spider-Woman, right? Very similar stats, but
yes, very good.
But Spider-Woman has that steal, the extract steal. So I think, yes, Spider-Woman doesn't displace anyone, but does steal extracts and score VP from Interrogate, whereas Silk displaces people and gives out slow. So they're both doing different jobs, but very similar stat lines.
Interesting. I'm really perplexed by a lot of these characters, and I say that in a good way. I think that's really changing things for Web Warriors, which is fantastic. Right, let's wrap up with her card. It's called Spider Totem, the Bride. Why do they keep going on about the Bride? What's this bride stuff?
I'm going to find out. You read the card and I'll let you know.
Lore Master Jay, you get into that. Yeah. And this is another unaffiliated reactive card. She takes it wherever she goes. During the power phase, Silk may spend 2 power to play this card. So she very likely will have that 2 power, so that doesn't seem to be a problem. Until the next cleanup phase, so basically for the whole round, when Silk targets an enemy attack with an enemy character with an attack, she may change the attack type to Mystic. Whew. This is like old school Doc Strange 1 leadership.
Yeah.
Once this round, before the cleanup phase, when this character or another ally character is attacking or defending during the modified dice step, this character may re-roll all of its attack or defense dice. Oh my word! Okay, so that's only once per round. Okay, only in quotes, but wow. And everything Mystic. Now, let's take a look at our attacks again. Does Mystic help this aside from just being sometimes, people are weaker to Mystic? Does that help anything particular?
Nothing stands out. I mean, I guess the spectacular spinning Jenny, if you can turn that to a 7 dice Mystic area 2, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's not incredible though. Reroll all attack or defense dice is cool.
Oh, it's all as well. It's not
any. Yeah, so it's the less good one. So yeah, I mean, we're already spending 5 on that spender. Are we going to spend 7 for this card? Like the extra 2 to play this card? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know.
And then you have to you need to know in advance that people are going to have be weak to Mystic, and some people are, some characters are, but it's not like a universal thing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you take this in the Web Warriors mirror, right? In a mirror match, you take this and just send Mystic in. That's quite cool, actually. If you're expecting to see a lot more Web Warriors in your meta, maybe this is worth taking there. But yeah, it doesn't stand out as an incredible card.
It's cheap though.
2 power, yeah. It does cost a tactics card slot though.
Yeah, that's probably the more important.
Yeah, and when you're playing webs, right, you're taking your restricted, you're taking all webbed up, you're taking Spider Tracker, and in the mirror match, you're probably taking Art Maze Wheat Cakes. In fact, you definitely are now because Web Warriors give out slow. So Art Maze Wheat Cakes gets rid of slow, which is really important in the mirror match because then when your opponent plays all webbed up, you can remove some of the slows to not take so much damage. And now there's characters that give out slow. I think it makes Art Maze Wheat Cakes even more important, which just pushes this out of the 5, I think.
That's wild. Okay. So yeah, this one maybe not. Probably leaning to maybe not.
Yeah, but I think maybe not. There is another card. There is another tactics card in this box, which is not on this panel to play.
Ooh, it's a secret card.
Yeah, if they reveal that, when we do the future episodes, we'll just do like a sleeve it or heave it. Who knows? Maybe that'll help.
Okay. Yeah, I was just taking a look at their shop to see if it mentions what's in the box specifications. No, it doesn't seem like they don't give you that kind of like nitty-gritty. Wait, it just says it comes with cards. Doesn't say how many yet. So
there's a number. There was a number somewhere. Yeah, people are talking about how we've not seen all the cards.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay. So exciting times for Web Warriors. When's the last time they've gotten significantly changed? By releases.
When Black Cat got buffed. I mean, Scarlet Spider came out, right? With Gwenum. But those guys don't really see play, unfortunately. Yeah. So
Specky is the last time we've seen something significant happening.
Yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man was a huge bump for them. A really, really strong Peter Parker for them. But now we've got a Peter Porker and a Peter Parker 90214 and a Cindy Moon. So there you go. New toys.
So, fun fact, Silver Sable is a Web Warrior.
Oh. Hey, maybe, like we said, if there's another leadership coming, maybe Silver Sable becomes relevant there.
Can you imagine? That'd be amazing.
Be cool, wouldn't it?
Because I think the character is really cool.
Oh, it's such a well-designed character, Silver Sable.
I know.
But doesn't really get seen. I played her in Sentinels when I was cheating. Do you remember?
Yeah. It was great. So we hope you enjoyed this little preview. We're not going to do a sleeve it or heave it because this is a megasode with the 3 characters instead of the normal 2. But yeah, I'm excited. This is really fun stuff to try to unpack because it's all coming at once, right, Jamie? It's like, all these characters are going to be out. So there's clearly some sort of design that AMG has in mind for the affiliation. And it's not just like a couple of characters that got thrown into the affiliation and people are scratching their heads thinking like, what's the point of these things?
Yeah, exactly. And a whole other box that comes with these, which could change everything, right? We've seen boxes in the past, like whole affiliations get changed because of one tactics card. So who knows what's coming in the other boxes?
Right. So stay tuned for that special box. Special card. Who knows what it might be? And until next time, cheers and clammy gaming.
Very good. Swip, 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 swip.